Thank you, Ryan, for the John Moran story. It is a very controversial one, and I agree that he should be punished for his actions because he went out of his way to do something very dumb, and I feel like it deserves consequences. Moving on to a story in the NHL, this is a very controversial one. It is that the Islanders and the Rangers have opted out on wearing the Pride jerseys this year. In They're getting a lot of backlash for this, and I understand that, but I also understand the Islanders and the Rangers perspective as well. On the Islanders and Rangers perspective, the Islanders don't ever wear any optional jerseys that are not mandated by the league. The only jerseys they wear are the ones that are completely mandated. For example, the breast cancer awareness one, the St. Patrick's Day one, yeah, etc. On the Rangers side, the Rangers use their religious beliefs and they just didn't wear it this year, which I understand why they're getting a lot of backlash for it. But the jerseys are not a rule by a league where they have to wear them. So on the Islanders and Rangers' behalf, I don't understand why they're getting backlash for something that they don't have to wear. It's just just an optional jersey. So I understand that the public is criticizing them and calling them various names, but I also understand why the Islanders and Rangers are like defending themselves because they are not wearing jerseys that are not mandated by the league and they're not breaking a rule by not wearing them. If they're breaking a rule by not wearing them, I would completely agree with the public. But on this sample, it's not mandated by the league, so I don't understand what the problem is. But I don't understand what the problem is and why everyone's so mad about this. It's just a jersey for one night, and people are calling them horrible names and that they're homophobic, all this stuff. So I don't think that these two teams should be receiving the backlash they get, but I also understand why they're getting criticized a little bit for it. But in their defense, they have never worn optional jerseys. They've only worn the ones that are mandated by the league. Like, they don't wear anything else but the ones mandated by the league. So that's the story
First
of
off,
this.
I want to say thank you to Gavin for putting me on his newscast, and my name is Ryan. And yeah, I agree that this is a very controversial topic. The Islanders were always a team that never wore optional jerseys, and I feel like they could just wear what they want, and it's not against any rule book. And if they do what their religious beliefs are, and whatever they think is right for them. But I don't think they should really. I understand both sides, but I don't think they should receive any backlash about it. But yeah, it's not against any rule book. It's not any rules in the league. It's just something that they choose to do or choose not to do. They have many different jerseys that they could wear, and they could choose not to wear. And yeah, they just go with their religious beliefs and their beliefs in general. Yeah. And thank you, Gavin. And thank you, Newscast.
After a long day at work or a long day at school and you're feeling super dehydrated, all you have to do is just drink a Gatorade. We offer a variety of different flavors, and all of them are delicious. There are no artificial sweeteners, and this is scientifically formulated for rapid rehydration. It's only 50 calories per bottle. It has 490 milligrams of sodium, 350 milligrams of potassium, 1,040 milligrams of chloride, 105 milligrams of magnesium, and 120 milligrams of calcium. So go get Gatorade because that's where it's at.
With another breaking story that's going on right now, February 13th, 2023, there was another school shooting. This one was taking place at Michigan State University. It occurred in two different buildings at Michigan State University. 3 students were unfortunately killed during the shooting, as well as 5 others were injured. The shooter was named Anthony Dwayne McRae. He was 43 years old, and he as well died on the scene, killing himself when surrounded by police. This is just one occurrence of many going around the country right now of school shootings, and this needs to be stopped. I find it horrible, disgraceful that these occurrences are happening. I feel like the security at each school should be stepped up a notch so that this can't happen as often as it's happening. I find it horrible that people are just able to walk into schools and just create these horrible disasters like this one right here. These 3 kids at Michigan State University were innocent kids. There was nothing going wrong with them, and they just got their life lost because some 43-year-old decided to just went crazy. I find this horrific and disgraceful behavior, and I believe that all security at every school should be stepped up, and you could put an argument for security guards and some teachers to be armed so this can be prevented. For an example, if security guards were armed in this instant, you would have to wait for cops to show up, etc. They could have it probably would have never even happened in the first place. So I think that security needs to be stepped up in every school so you can prevent further things like this
on
happening.
long walks and your feet feeling very uncomfortable and tired? Do you find yourself in a situation where your shoes aren't as stylish as you think? I got the shoe just for you. Introducing the Yeezy 350 Boost in the cream white colorway. In this silhouette, they have a Ultra Boost foam, giving you that comfort of making you feel like you're walking on a cloud. And they're white, so they give you style points and comfort. What more could you ask for? Starting right now at $99.99 plus shipping and handling.
So today I'm going to be talking about natural disasters that happened in Turkey and Syria. So on February 6th, a massive earthquake close to Turkey's border with Syria caused a major loss of life and leveled entire neighborhoods. Seismic shock and the emotional convulsions that followed were both felt across the country. So at least 3 people were killed and more than 200 injured when a magnitude of 6.4 earthquake, followed by a magnitude of 5.8 earthquake, shook southeastern Turkey on Monday. So this is another earthquake that hit a couple weeks after the big one. It came as emergency. Teams are still responding to the catastrophic earthquakes 2 weeks ago, which killed nearly 45,000 people in Turkey and Syria and displaced an estimated 1 million people. So there was tens of thousands of people that died from this and millions of people that had to be displaced and moved because of this natural disaster, which is frightening and crazy to think about. The February 6th earthquake was a magnitude of 7.8. Turkish officials say there have been thousands of aftershocks in the last 2 weeks. Monday's earthquake, which was the U.S. Geological Survey reported as a magnitude of 6.3, which also shook Syria, where a rescue group reported injuries from falling debris in Lebanon. So, Turkey has been facing many different earthquakes, not just one, but a couple in a month, and it's causing a change in many people's lives because all they're thinking about is when's the next natural disaster going to hit them, and they have to live with fear. So, me personally, I wouldn't be able to live like that. I would probably move because you always have that frightening thought in the back of your head. And when there's more than one earthquake hitting at you and you see tens of thousands of people dying, I don't know what I would do. I would definitely move, I think. Turkey and Syria are both getting hit by it and receiving consequences. So they forced millions of people to move so that they didn't have to face it. And yeah, that's it. So that's the breaking news about Turkey and Syria and the natural disasters that they have to face.
Welcome back. This is Alec here with local news, and today I'm going to talk about 2 different occurrences in the Long Island and tri-state area. Coming to you from ABC News, the plans for a New York City rail link to LaGuardia Airport have now been abandoned. With a price tag of about $2.4 billion, there were many criticisms on potential effects on surrounding neighborhoods. New York Governor Kathy Hochul accepted recommendations from transportation experts who determined it would be more reasonable in the near term to increase bus services and to add a shuttle. Former Governor Andrew Cuomo in 2015 proposed the 1.5-mile elevated link similar to the one at JFK International Airport. The link was estimated to cost $450 million, but again, had similar criticisms that it would harm the Queens neighborhoods and wouldn't be appreciably faster than driving. There were many mixed thoughts on the rail link, which was determined to get shut down for now. As of right now and in the near future, LaGuardia Airport will remain among the major U.S. airports without any rail service. For the second story, brought to you by Newsday, Randy Jones of Manhattan arraigned on indictment charging him with murder of NYPD officer Adid Fayaz of Deer Park. Sorry for the mispronunciation. A Manhattan man accused of last month's killing of an off-duty NYPD officer, Randy Jones, at the age of 38, has been in custody since his arrest in February, was ordered held without bail. The indictment charges Jones with first and second degree murder, first degree attempted robbery, and other charges. Jones allegedly shot and killed Adid after authorities said he went to buy a Honda Pilot from Jones that had been advertised on the internet. According to court papers, Jones pulled a gun on the officer and demanded the money for the car. After firing the gun, Jones fled the scene, according to the police. He then went to the apartment of a girlfriend where him, his girlfriend, and their 5 children all went together to an upstate motel where he was then captured. The Brooklyn grand jury actually had indicted Jones on February 10, but the case was unsealed for the arraignment.
This has been the Four Musketeers with your local, breaking, and global news. Be sure to check in next time, and have a good night.